With this one, we're asked to solve this system of equations here. I've got three different equations, and I'm looking for three different variables. I need to find out what x equals, what y equals, and what z equals. We're going to use the nspire in order to find this out for us. So the very first thing that we need to do is convert this one to one single matrix. So we'll notice here that we have four columns in it, and we have 3 rows. So it's going to be a 3 by 4 matrix. Remember, it's rows, the number of rows by the number of columns. And in order to determine the matrix, or to convert it to a matrix, what we do is we take the coefficient of each one of these here, and we'll write down just those numbers. And this one is just the constant. Whatever the constant is, we'll write over there. So you'll notice this one has a 1. That corresponds here. This one's the 5. You notice that this one here does not have an x value. If it does not have an x value, you'll just write 0 in for x, because there are 0 x's in this one. And again, we just write the constant here. This is just an 8 here. But basically, we're just converting all of this into one single matrix. Now, we're trying to solve this one. And if you go through our traditional route, the Gaussian elimination or row echelon, then you want to reduce it so that it has all ones right along here. If you go a step further and you use reduced row echelon, it will look something like this. And reduced row echelon basically gets it so that it's all ones here, and everything else is all zeros except for these numbers over here. And the reason why we use that is because it's really clear. This is 1x plus 0y plus 0z equals -3. In other words, x equals -3. This one is y, 1y equals 4. 1z equals 5. So it makes it very easy. We don't have to plug anything back in. Now this one, if we did it all by hand, is a very long and sometimes arduous process. So we want to try to see if our calculator can do it for us. And your calculator can. Some of the questions you are allowed to do by hand, some you can do with your calculator. So I want to show you how to use your calculator in order to find it. So we'll pull up our nspire here. And this one's kind of a shrunk down version, just so I can try to fit it all on here. And what I want to do is I want to enter in this matrix here. And here's my screen. You all have the screen that looks up here, but I'm just trying to shrink it down so I can get it all on one page here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've got to input in a matrix. Let me clear out what's in there now. Let's see. There we go. Everything's clear, so we're good. We can start here. Okay, now on this one, right next to, we've got our book symbol right here. Right next to, I'm going to enlarge this just a little bit so we can try to get a little bit better view of it here. Right next to the book symbol here is our matrix symbol. Okay, so right here we're going to click on that one. It automatically opens up several different ones that we can go to. The particular matrix that we're looking for looks something like this. We're looking for a 3 by 4. This one, it illustrates a 3 by 3, but when we click on it, then it will allow us to go to a 3 by 4. So we're going to move over. We use our arrows here and we just go down. There's our matrix. So we're going to hit enter. And the number of rows we want is 3. The number of columns we want is 4. So we're going to go down 1, and then we're going to go up to 4. Okay, so we made that a 4. Then we're going to click OK. That's our center button. We're going to go down, whoops, up, sorry. And let's hit enter. Okay, so now we have our 3 by 4 matrix. So now we just need to start filling it in with what the 3 by 4 matrix looks like. So we're going to kind of shrink this one down just a little, just so we can get it all in there. My first one here in the upper left hand corner is 1, so I'm just going to type in, hit 1, and then enter. Whoops, excuse me. Hit 1, and then we can go over, use our arrows, I'm sorry. So the next one is going to be 5, and then I'm going to use my right arrow to go over to the next one. There we go. Okay, -3, and we'll just move it over 2. We use our tabs here. Let's see, this one's 0. Tab button here, we'll get it over. -3, 4, 8. And I'm just filling in each one of these components here. 4. Make sure I didn't make any errors. Looks good there. Yes, we're on. Okay, so we want to get it into something, let's go back to this, that we call a reduced row echelon. The way the calculator reads that, it will say rref. That's reduced row echelon form. Okay, so that's what we're looking for in our calculator. And if we're looking for the R ref, what we're going to do, let's make this one a little bit bigger here, is I'm going to use my cursor to go right in front of this one here, and I'm just going to type that in. I go R ref. There we go. And you notice that, let's go back a little, that it was italicized here, meaning it doesn't understand that command. As soon as you finish it to something that it does understand, like I went rref, then it went to normal again. Then it understands what you're asking it to do. That's one of its pre-programmed things. And I'm going to hit enter. And it keeps giving me an error here saying that I'm missing a parenthesis. So what we need to do is right in between this rref and the matrix, we need to add a parenthesis here. And as soon as you add the first parenthesis, then it'll automatically add the second one. Then we can hit enter. Now it's in reduced row echelon form, which makes it really nice. Let's get this one and compare this one to where we were before. Here's what we've got. This looks the exact same as what we've got down here. Okay, so all we did is plug this matrix in and then hit rref, of course with using parentheses, and then hit enter, and then this gave us our reduced row echelon. So x equals -3, y equals 4, and z equals 5. And that is our answer on this one. So it makes it a little bit nicer when we can use our calculator for it, and some I do allow you to, some I don't. So you want to be aware of that, but that's how you're going to use it using the TIA nspire.